Welcome back to Inside the NBA, presented by Kia. Hey, the first All-Star returns are out from the fan balloting.
Come on, man.
In the front court.
Come on, man. That's
top
ridiculous.
three.
That's
LeBron
ridiculous.
James, Cool Hand
James
Luka,
Harden that low.
Well, this is probably for that.
Kevin Durant.
No.
Yeah, James Harden third on the
James
guard.
James Harden should be leading.
But it's right before that big.
James Harden should be leading, to be honest with you, the entire NBA.
No, but I'm saying before last week.
No, he's had like.
For the last,
no,
last
he's
8
had
games.
No,
This comes in a little early.
You reckon Cool Hand Luka has a chance to make the All-Star team?
No.
He's not going to start. He's not going to start.
I think he'll make it.
He might.
Dude, he's playing great.
He's in the East.
I agree.
Front court of the Freak, Kawhi, and Joel Embiid.
I agree with that.
Backcourt, Kyrie Irving and D-Wade.
Well, Kemba Walker should be leading.
Leading?
Kemba Walker should be leading the guards.
No, he should not.
I would say Ben Simmons.
No, man.
Ben Simmons.
I don't know about
Kemba
that.
Walker has been the best point guard in the Eastern Conference this
You don't
year.
like what Ben's been doing?
How about Kyle Lowry?
No.
I know he's been hurt, but...
Yeah, but no. Kemba Walker has been fantastic.
I like what Ben.
Yes.
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
Anyway, fan balloting counts 50%, and then there's another,
You know how I don't like
another
the fans?
chunk from players
No, I don't
and,
like the fans
and
voting.
media. Well, get
You're
used
a
to
fan.
it. Get used to it. It's only been happening your entire life.
That don't make it right. See what happened last time? We let them make a big decision.
What happened?
All right.
I'll give you a clue, White House.
So you should take that vote away from the fans, too. Okay,
Oh, man.
great. It's time for Shaqtin' a Fool, presented by Hotels.com.
Shaqtin' a Fool is like acting a fool, but with Shaq.
Let's take the fan votes away. Let's take them away. White House.
Number 4, Jonathan Isaac.
Oh, not
This
Jonathan.
sequence in Charlotte is so bad, MJ doesn't know who to smack.
Oh, no. Oh, my gosh. He played with KJ. He played with KJ. Oh, Mike. Come on, man.
Hey, who do I smack? Who do I smack?
Oh, but he plays with Orlando.
The hustle.
Oh, Lord.
There goes
Number
Shaq
3,
Noah.
Draymond Green.
No.
Confuses Klay Thompson for Charles Barkley.
Yeah, that was a fastball right there, man.
Boogie losing a little hair up top, huh? I have to come with the ball.
That's what you...
Number 2, Detroit Pistons defense. Domantas Sabonis gets a 94-foot police escort to the rim. Bad boys are rolling over
Oh,
to
my
their grave.
Oh, I like the palms up on the defense. This is the greatest, right?
Yo, they all
Number
should
1,
be
Mason Plumlee.
He's played great. this
Mason
year.
Plumlee says, get out of the way. Get out of the damn way.
Oh, good. Come on, man. How you push a young fella like that, man? He's playing good.
Yeah, Plumlee's playing great this year.
And Beasley.
Pushes young on the
Beasley's playing great, too.
Tell you what.
I like it. Well done. Well done with the gang upstairs. Very nice.
Oh, that's got to be the Pistons the winner.
Come on, man.
Come on,
What
man.
kind of defense?
Come on, man. You got to stop the ball, don't you?
That's
If
the
you,
first. Isn't that the first rule?
Yeah.
Who got ball?
You can get on Twitter. You can
know,
vote for your top 4.
It's just amazing. We got the best athletes in the world, and something crazy happens every single week.
And that's why they play the games, isn't it?
Thanks, Captain Obvious.
What? Okay. I thought you were talking to me. There was sad news this week, and you have probably heard about it by now. Tyler Trent, the Purdue University student who had terminal cancer and who actually paid a visit to our studio in early December, passed away on New Year's Day. Guys, this was one of the most poignant times I've ever had in the studio when we were able to meet him and share some time with him that night. And we knew his time was short. And look, cancer took his life. It never touched his spirit. And boy, he was a remarkable young man.
You know, Ernie, we're all going to pass away at some point, and you hope that you handle it with dignity, class, pride, and you're at peace with yourself. You know, I started watching that kid in the middle of the season, And every time he was on television, he was at peace.
There was just there's
He was
just
at
something
peace.
you see
Yeah.
when you spoke to him.
And when he came in the studio, I was so glad you invited him in the studio just to spend a small period of time. I want to make that clear. But the class and dignity, his dad, met his dad and his brother.
Tony, yeah.
And the quarterback, David Blount, I think that's
David Blau.
Yeah, Blau. But the way he carried himself, when the end comes for all of us, I hope you have that sense of peace and dignity that he had.
You know, he had great spirits. You know, he was laughing, smiling. He knew it was his time was coming. And you know, to add on to what Chuck was saying, he handled it well and very intelligent. And my condolences go out to his family. Me and his little brother started clicking right away.
Yeah, Ethan and Blake were his brothers. His mom Kelly.
So Ethan, Blake, my condolences goes out to you guys.
Yeah, condolences to the family, but again, you know, you could live a lifetime and live 80 years, 90 years, and not touch people. And this young man, in his short span, has touched so many people in that area of Indiana and across the country, which is phenomenal to do. And again, condolences to the family, and we wish him the best.
On the wristband that they were wearing, I continue to wear the Tyler Strong wristband, and it reminds us to rejoice always and pray continually and give thanks in all circumstances. Tyler Trent got that. And his story is also going to be told in a book called The Upset, which is available right now for pre-order. And Tyler's wish was that they will sell enough books to raise $1 million for cancer research. And that's Tyler Trent thinking about other people and others who will have to go down the road that he traveled so bravely. Tyler Trent, just 20. "24 minutes in the books at Oracle. And the Warriors hang 70 on Houston in the first half.
Come on, man.
19 of those coming from
I can
Klay
play in this
Thompson.
era. I'm telling you, Chuck.
140.
Wish I could play in this era, man.
I told you, there's no doubt in my mind if I played today, I'd be going to the game
In a spaceship, okay.
Why? Why in the
Oh,
spaceship?
get a new one,
Paying
Chuck.
bombs, $30,
Chuck.
$40 million.
How much they would have had to pay?
Oh, they had to get Fort Knox. I'll take it all.
American Express.
I'd be like, oh, you don't
teammates.
need these.
Shaq, they couldn't afford me and you today.
I know, you're right about
These
that.
guys are bombs.
You know what they would have done? They would have been like, all right, y'all just four players with you.
Yeah.
They don't even need the fifth player. The way they play, it could just no out, no D.
The
Stop
American
hating,
Express
stop
teammates,
hating.
by
I'm
the way.
saying you could.
You're right.
Only need 4 players.
We've seen these guys as the American Express teammates in the past, and we see it again tonight. Klay Thompson was 19. Steph's got 13.
How many
Kevin
did you have
Durant's
at
got 13. And,
You got 46 at half.
and as the Warriors shoot 64%,
64%.
70 to 53.
Ernie.
Here's what.
You know why I know he had 46 at half? Because I'd have had 20.
Yeah.
So I could have 20 at half. He'd have 50.
Come on, man.
The number that jumps out at you
70 points.
I
Wow.
could have had 20 in this day.
in the first half, Kevon Looney had 12 points. Golden State ranks 29th in the league in points in the paint with 35 a game. They have 36 in the first half of this one, Shaq.
You know, when you're a team that shoots deadly from the 3-ball and you can get points in the paint, makes you a dangerous team. Golden State's been a dangerous team for the last 4 or 5 years. Right here, you know, great ball handling by Dre, man. Guy running the court, nobody's open. Right here, Kevin Durant, post, spin move, the Olay defense, James asking for help. Right here, great play, great cut,
That's bad
great
defense.
move,
That's terrible.
going to the hole. But again, if you can get points in the paint
Oh, my God.
and shoot the 3 from a deadly clip,
10-1.
this is why they have 70 points. They shoot the 3 well, and they got a lot of points in the paint.
And there's no D.
70 to 53 again, the
mean,
halftime
his
score.
fault.
So he's got everything covered in the paint. You've got things covered with Klay
you know,
Thompson.
everyone was, what is it? All wasn't good a week ago when they were talking about how Klay Thompson wasn't shooting the ball. I'm like,
It don't matter.
doesn't matter. He's
Don't
going to
matter,
get
exactly.
open shots, and he's a great shooter.
And he will make them.
And will start to make them. But what he did,
Oh, twice in one night?
what he did,
All right.
what he also has done is starting to create off the dribble. And this is no better team than the Houston Rockets because Capella doesn't do a hard show and Austin Rivers doesn't either double. So there isn't a hard show or there isn't a double teamed. So what happens is you get one-on-one opportunities. I don't care who you are. If you're a center out front, you cannot guard a two-guard out front. You're going to be able to get by him, and he gets an easy lay-in here. And then when you're coming off the screens, because they freeze it here, because you have to guard Steph. Look where you guarding Steph. You guarding him at the Oracle, at the Taco Bell, Live More. So you got to guard him all the way out there, but then freeze it here. If you're James Harden, you have to know that there is the best shooter in basketball off screens possibly in the game besides yourself coming off, and there's no court awareness by House and or Harden knowing that Thompson is coming off. So as he comes off, there's no switch, there's no pick, and all of a sudden he's wide open. And then what happens when the house is on fire?
Just got to get the wife and kids out.
What happens when the house is on fire?
Get the wife and kids out.
Because right now he's on fire, just catch and shoot. Yeah. It doesn't matter. And to me, this is just bad defense as well as not great quarter wellness. And you cannot outscore Golden State. They tried to do it last year, Chuck.
It's not going to work.
And it's just that is 7 games, 5 games, 4 games, 3 games. It's not going to work.
So you're just watching from a distance. You're like, well, Klay Thompson's struggling. That doesn't mean anything. You still got to guard him. I mean, and that just keep the floor spread. That's what makes this team so unique. They got 3 nuclear weapons. There's a couple teams got a couple nuclear weapons, like North Korea. They got them here, though. But these guys got 3 nuclear weapons that can go off at any point. Then,
Just a hair late on that one, Shaq, but we appreciate the effort.
Yeah,
but then if you start cheating, you get Looney. Right. Looney gets
Looney. Oh, you get Kevon Looney.
Yeah. You get Looney. Speaking of Looney, you get Looney just going to the basket. But it's interesting though. When you sit down, I'm looking and I'm trying hard.
Can anybody beat them?
That's what I'm trying hard. I'm saying.
Because we just watched Toronto Raptors and San Antonio, 2 good teams, and they don't look anywhere near as good as
Yeah, they don't. I think, listen.
And they're still missing Boogie Cousins.
Oh, my
listen,
gosh.
I think, I'm all in on the Nuggets.
To beat them?
Beat them? Oh, Chuck.
I think OKC.
Chicken nuggets you mean from McDonald's?
I don't think
OKC's a bigger threat than Denver.
With Adams and George,
I just disagree with you. I'm not saying they're a regular season team. Okay.
Denver, stop it.
But I'm telling you, the Denver Nuggets, if they can ever get healthy, and
Denver's not a regular season
and they
team?
have the best. First of all, they've never been healthy.
They don't have enough experience, Chuck.
Oh, stop saying that, Shaq.
They don't have enough
Shaq,
experience.
listen.
Name one guy on that team who's been through a playoff.
Yeah, they
and
don't
been
have enough
tested.
experience.
I'm not saying they're not good players.
Isaiah Thomas.
Let me just say this.
Isaiah Thomas.
The Denver Nuggets are going to the Western Conference Finals.
No, we didn't say that. You
So
said
put it down. Put it down, Ernest.
Oh, yeah.
The Denver Nuggets are going to the Western Conference Finals.
All right.
Okay, I'll put it down.
Got a big board over there for you.
Well, how many of my things are looking good on the board?
Not really.
They are looking
We'll check in
good.
the break.
Okay.
How many you got up there? 12?
I'm going to walk over there during the break.
The Denver Nuggets are going to, listen, y'all know Chuck. Hey, I'm definitely all in on the Nuggets, baby. You can't mess up Nuggets. You get some of that barbecue sauce to dip it in.
Is there a penalty if he's not right? We need to impose a penalty.
Push-ups. Every one, you get 10 push-ups. Right?
Welcome to the American.
Brace yourselves. Here comes a tweet. Chuck would probably get his donuts out first if his house was.
That's a good point.
Kawhi Leonard returns to San Antonio, scores the first bucket of the game, and that's the only Toronto lead of the night.
And he just got beat down after that. This kid was phenomenal tonight.
DeMar DeRozan's first triple-double in his 714th NBA game.
That's amazing. But he was fantastic tonight. He was mad.
But this kid, when Popovich
Forbes
shoots it, he doesn't think he's never going to
Who
miss.
he
I
play
didn't even
for?
think
Pop?
because Forbes shot the lights out.
This might be a lightning rod for the Spurs. They've been a disappointment so far.
No, not a disappointment. Coming back, Chuck.
Yeah, I know they're playing well right now, but I thought they were one of the top 4 teams in the
Like
West.
you said earlier, Chuck, it was just an emotional game. They played with a lot of
They're
emotion.
at 7 right now, Chuck.
This is what Chuck meant when he said he's all in.
Yes, I agree. I agree.
First of all, those are
Those are
wings.
chicken wings.
Those are chicken wings. I said nuggets.
This guy knows the difference between
Come on,
nuggets
brother.
and wings.
Come on.
What'd you say, Chuck?
I know my nuggets when I see them, brother. Hey, trust me. I know
6
them
piece
between
of 10
wings and
piece,
nuggets.
Chuck. 6 piece of 10 piece.
Oh, the 10 piece.
And a Diet Coke.
Oh, yeah, the Washington.